And here we should be picking up right where we left off. I actually have like about another video and a half or two, maybe.
時計屋とはどうなんだ？再開してからうまくやっているのか？どうしてって、やっぱり気になるだろう？だからその塔の主としてな。で、どうなんだ？あ、うまくいっているかどうかと言っても変な意味じゃないぞ。ないよな。
And then my playthrough, I got, oh, Alice, would you like to play with the snow for a while? And then he had a bunch of coughing. And then he's like, it's not bad, but it is different, and then faded out. And then I actually tried the amusement park next, so that's where we're gonna go now. And as you can see, they're non-stay characters, but you can still go and visit them. Him, however, it actually says, like, not captured, so I wonder if you can't date him just yet. It's weird. But you can go on ahead and visit these people and spam them. So we're visiting Pierce. And he's like, Alice, Alice. I'm pretty sure the first time you visit them, it's kind of the same in certain places. And he's like, what do you think about the amusement park? I often like amusement parks, he tells you.
アトラクションもプールもとっても楽しいんだ。ちょっと暑いのと猫がいるのは困るけどね。
He tells you attractions are fun in the pool too because they have a pool there during this season, the summer one. And he's like, though it's a little hot and it's hard to be here with that cat. Like, because they have one.
え？君も遊園地好きなの？
He's like, do you like amusement parks too? Question mark.
だったら遊園地に住んじゃえばいいのに。引っ越しておいでよ。
He's like, if that's the case, you can just move around and into an amusement park. So he's trying to lure you there.
たまに来るから面白いの？そうなんだ。俺は君が来てくれたらいつでも楽しいのにな。
He's like, it's interesting because you come from time to time, question mark. And then he's like, yeah, I'm always happy when you come. And it fades out. So we're going to go back to spamming Nightmare, you guys. We're officially like halfway through if you look at the turn dial at the top left.
Ah, 時計屋とはどうなんだ？再開してからうまくやっているのか？どうしてって、やっぱり気になるだろう？だからその塔の主としてな。で、どうなんだ？あ、うまくいっているかどうかと言っても変な意味じゃないぞ。ないよな。
And then my playthrough, I got, well, relaxing reading in the room is a recent pleasure of mine, and drinking warm sustenance is also. And then he's like, ... finally. And then he's like, well, there was a stain on the book I just returned, question mark. Well, what is that about, ... And then it fades out. I'm assuming paperwork.
時計屋とはどうなんだ？再開してからうまくやっどうしてってやっぱり気になるだろう？だからその塔の主としてな。で、どうなんだ？あ、うまくいっているかどうかと言っても変な意味じゃないぞ。ないよな。
During my playthrough, he's like, isn't it hard to work even though it's so cold? Is Gray saying? Question mark. And he's like, what? Why do you doubt my sanity? Why? ... And then it faded out.
寒い。寒くて仕事がはかどらない。何？そもそも本当に仕事をしているかどうかが怪しいって？私だってたまには仕事ぐらい、いや、常に働いているぞ。
And then during my playthrough, I got, oh, well, what is it with the watchmaker? Are you doing well after reuniting with them? I mean, after all, I would be worried. And he's like, so that's the main tower, question mark? And he's like, so what's this, Alice? Doesn't it mean that it's weird then? Fade out. And then we're going to trigger an event at the circus right now. He's like, do you enjoy it? She's like, what? Winning the game is hard, she tells him. And if you think you have to win, it's extra hard. To also enjoy it, however, there is a sense of tension there. She's like, no matter how many times you play the game, time will not pass here, and you can challenge as many times as you like. Still, I cannot enjoy it. The desire to do so is different from a need to actually need to do it. He's like, it's my season. Are you enjoying this season? Question mark. April season. She's like, now, question mark. Unlike other places, the forest with the Joker has no seasons, so she's confused, but she doesn't understand that him changing the seasons is the season there. He's like, not here, your place of stay, the season where you are at. He's like, the mask, I'm asking if you're enjoying the place that you're staying at now. She's like, I mean, I'm enjoying ... Even if he acts like it's a ventriloquism story, he gets impatient when his mask speaks for him. Like a ventriloquism skit. And the mask is like, no, I mean you. What season did you want to stay in? Did you want to change it, basically? And then there is 4 options. The top is spring, the second summer, the third autumn, and the fourth winter. I actually chose winter, so the very bottom, just cause. And the mask cuts in, he's like, winter ... It's a freezing season, and I often feel like I'm living in a cold place. She's like, I'm so happy because it's cold and it's winter. It's not just a climate issue, it's a reason for there to be a warm place where you want to stay at constantly. It's like snuggling. And then he does an innuendo. He's like, foo, well, how warm is it? Question mark. He's like, I can read a lot into that deeply. She's like, uncle, like an old guy. She called him an old man. The mask is like, shut up. And anyway, everywhere isn't better than a circus, and it is enough to know that it is a boring season you're going to. Joker's like, yes, this is more fun than that, and I'm only doing fun things here. He sits back and looks at the circus practice, she comments. She's like, do you practice ... It doesn't seem like him to just be doing fun things. Looking at the backstage, it's hard to see him not do anything. It's not easy. The more fun your entertainment, the more you try, and the more you still fail. He's like, don't look too much. And the mask cuts in. He's like, yes, right? I mean, it's rude and it violates the rules, because she looks over in the backstage area where they're practicing. She's like, yep, I agree. And if you are close to this, you will often have it get right in your eyes, but try to avoid seeing it as much as possible, she comments to herself. You should not look at the backside or behind the scenes. It is better not to know, she tells herself. It is not allowed for outsiders who are in the position of the audience, and it is a violation of manners to try to even see. But everyone can have a feeling of wanting to know the backstage of the circus or behind the scenes. You're struggling and trying not to, she thinks to herself. I knew it, but it wasn't easy to create a gorgeous stage, so she's like admiring it.
覗き見するのは何より良くない。楽しむには現実を見すぎるし、かといって知り尽くすほどは理解できていない。
He tells her it's better not to peek, and to see the reality too much is to not enjoy it later, and he's like, you don't want to understand enough to know what's going on, which is ominous, like, scary.
そうそう。本当の理解には到底及ばないくせに知ったような気になってる。そういうのが何より良くない。
The mask cuts in. He's like, yes, you feel like you know it, and then you don't actually really understand it. That's no better than anything else. She's like, I'm not going to know, and I'm not going to look. I am not a circus member, she mentions. But it seems difficult to practice, and just by looking at it for a moment, is it that fun too? Question mark.
苦しいことがあるから楽しいことがさらに楽しくなる。普通も楽しみを演出するスパイスさ。
He answers all twistedly. He's like, oh, well, there are things that are painful, so the fun actually becomes even more fun when that happens. She's like, I'm to actually be looking forward to pain here. I felt like the Joker's tone was getting caught up in something dark. She's like, however, the circus members are all enthusiastic and happy, and he's wearing a mask disguising it, but he can't hide his true colors, she thinks. She's like, everyone likes it, the circus?
ああ、楽しいからね。楽しいことを素直に楽しめる。
He's like, oh, it's fun, and enjoying the fun is doing things obediently.
純粋なのさ。だから、純粋な楽しみを見出せる。
He tells her to be pure, so that way you can find pure fun in this. He's like, be obedient. And she's like, yes, that's how it is. ... Everyone seems to be happy, she thinks. But I'm different, she comments. I can no longer enjoy it purely, and I can see behind the scenes and feel like I know what's going on here. She's like, it's not pure at all. She's like, there's something wrong. And so we're gonna go on ahead and spam Nightmare here. 2 times.
おお、ちょっと雪遊びに付き合わないか？体調？大丈夫だ。ほら、こんなに元気。違うんだ。本当に体調は悪くないんだが、ブレッバッ。
And then during my attempt, I actually got it's cold and I can't concentrate on my work. What is with that suspicious eye? Because you gave him a look and he's like, it's hard to do the paperwork if you're gripping it in your hands. And then he faded out.
どうした？体調が悪いのか？冬の体調管理には気をつけろと言ったのに。仕方がない。私の薬を少し分けて、いや、全部持っていくといい。グレイには言うなよ。
And then I actually got to repeat that attempt.
なんだが空気が乾燥しているようだな。喉がいがらっぽい。最近よく咳き込む。吐血の量が増えてしまって困っているんだ。
And then during my attempt, I actually got, isn't it hard to work even though it's so cold? ... Is Gray saying? Question mark. What? Do you doubt my sanity? Why? Question mark. And then it faded out. We'll go on ahead and attempt to end the video here, you guys.